Nicolás Maduro Moros was born on 23 November 1962 in Caracas, Venezuela, into a working-class family. His early life was modest, and before entering politics he worked as a bus driver in the capital, a role that would later shape his identity as a grassroots labor leader. Maduro became actively involved in union organizing and the labor movement. He rose through the ranks of the Transit Workers Union and became a prominent union representative. His early political experience also included supporting Hugo Chavez, including campaigning for Chavez's release after a failed coup attempt in 1992. Political rise. Maduro's formal political career began in the late 1990s and early 2000s. He was elected to the National Assembly in 2000, where he served until 2006. Maduro became president of the National Assembly, and later, in 2006, he was appointed Minister of Foreign Affairs under President Hugo Chavez. In this role, he worked to strengthen Venezuela's relationships with allied nations and to promote regional cooperation. In October 2012, Maduro was appointed Vice President of Venezuela. When Chavez became seriously ill and eventually died in March 2013, Maduro, as Vice President and Chavez's chosen successor, became interim president. He ran in a special presidential election in April 2013 and narrowly won, officially becoming president of Venezuela on 19 April 2013. Presidency and leadership. As president, Maduro continued the socialist policies of his predecessor and led Venezuela through a period of intense political and economic turmoil. He was granted broad decree powers early in his tenure, which allowed him to rule by executive authority. Under Maduro's leadership, Venezuela faced severe economic decline, marked by shortages of basic goods, high inflation, and falling living standards. These conditions triggered widespread protests starting in 2014. Maduro's government responded with a mix of repression and political restructuring. In 2017, his administration backed the creation of a new constituent assembly that effectively diminished the authority of the opposition-controlled National Assembly, further deepening the political crisis. Maduro was re-elected in 2018 in a controversial election, condemned by many foreign governments and international observers. Venezuela entered a prolonged presidential crisis, with opposition leaders challenging his legitimacy. 2024 election and third term. In 2024, Maduro ran for another term in an election that was widely disputed. The government-controlled electoral authority declared him the winner, despite a lack of transparent results, triggering another political crisis both inside Venezuela and internationally. In January 2025, Maduro was sworn in for a third term amid widespread protests and international condemnation, with several countries and observers rejecting the legitimacy of the election process. Controversies and criticism. Maduro's presidency has been marked by deep divisions within Venezuela, accusations of authoritarianism, and serious allegations of human rights abuses. Critics argue his government has undermined democratic institutions by centralizing power, manipulating electoral processes, and repressing opposition movements. These concerns have led to sanctions by the United States, European Union, United Kingdom, and other countries. End of presidency. In January 2026, during a significant escalation in tensions between the United States and Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro was reportedly captured by U.S. forces and detained, marking an abrupt end to his ability to exercise presidential duties. This development followed years of accusations, sanctions, and political standoffs. What do you think about the U.S. actions in Venezuela? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's hear your perspective.
Please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channels. See you in my next video.